Hello, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing fantastically well on this very fine Monday evening. We are actually back with the Red and White Show, which it has been the first time in a very, very long while that we have done a Red and White Show, just because been busy with like work and all that. So let me get this up. There you go. Hope you all do well. We've got 14 people tuned in, so good evening to 15 now. Good evening to you all. But hope you are doing fantastically well. Do get yourself in the comments already. Obviously, Forest have spun into live this summer. Made two signings in a few days, which it is great to see that we have spun into live um, with signings because I think that has been a good thing about Forest this summer that we've not gone out and bought quantity. We are winning in quality, which is great to see that we are winning in quality, not quantity. And I think we didn't have to go out and buy loads this summer as well, which it is a good one. We've got Keith saying testing. Hope you're doing well, Keith. But yeah, I mean, great to see that. We are doing quite well in terms of bringing players in. I mean, we brought Yolanda in today, which we needed just because of um, strengthening that width. That, like I said, if you have watched the new show I did earlier, it was around an hour and a half ago. It does explain that we needed to strengthen them wide area just because of having that more pacing or that. We've got one locked in already on the for the data comments coming in. Tell us what you think about the Elanga deal and if you like the obviously Anya came in as well, which was a really, really good deal just because we needed to strengthen the fullback position. And I think because obviously we'll get that flexibility in terms of players as well. Because if you think about it, Aurier can play right back and right side of centre off. We've got Williams can play right back, left back. We've got Anya, you can play right back, left back. And we're like, I mean, it's great to see that we are bringing in the right sort of players. I mean, like Keith said, got some good players in. I feel we are moving in the right direction. I feel like that we are getting the right sort of players in them. Um, they add flexibility to the squad and they are adding a lot more different things from what we had last season. I think that what we needed is the different type of players so we can play different formations and I feel like especially Ilanga does offer that European experience like Anya just because of they play the board and all that and I think it will be good for them and obviously I feel like especially with the squad we needed to have depth, good depth, not we've been in 10 players and hope that they do well. No, we're not doing that this one. I feel like that we've all been in that sort of right players where we need it and I feel like that it will help us really, really well. So which is really, really good to be fair. So really, really positive. I know that. We've got 13 people watching, so hope you are doing fantastically well. Do hit the like button on the video and share the video about get conversation going in the chat as well, guys. So we have got the members club which does help this channel. So yeah, do check out the videos. Obviously the Dean Henderson deal, I will touch on up and about that later. I do drop the comments in and tell us what you think about the whole Dean Henderson deal. Now keep your comments coming in, Keith. I would like to touch up on about and keep do keep your comments coming in, Keith. I'm enjoying this. But it's just the keeper situation. I think that I just hope that one don't drag on and we panic buy. I think from what they said about the Dean Henderson deal today, and that both the loan deal and the permanent deal are on the table. There ain't no shadow of doubt that they are on, and it's down to Man U what they want to do. Obviously, with the loan move, they're trying to do either obligation to buy or they have to play a couple of games to get him in. So we're not really sure what's happening by that, just because of how long it is taking the club to actually get this deal done with Man United. Because Man United are just taking so long. So really, really annoying. But there you go. But bar that, not another goalkeeper, but that come close to Bar Henderson. If I've been honest, yeah. Patrick saying about good evening, Dan. Mid table, how do you see it? I'll take mid table now. I think now we will start to see good players coming in, and we're not panicked by it. Buying, I think we have got that core squad of players that know how Cooper works, and Cooper knows the squad. I think we were all built on last season. I think mid table will take it. Tell us what you think in the chat, guys. Where could you see Forest ending up next season? Could you see us being mid table? Could you see us playing any further higher? So, but yeah, I think mid table, I'll take that right now, and I think it will be good progression on from last season, as well. And but yeah, completely agree. T comments coming in as per usual. I think outside that, going back to the Hender keeper situation, that I think I think most clubs are trying to hold us to ransom now on how much they want to spend on goalkeepers. Because they know we got money and they know that we all spend money, and I think it just be annoying that Man United are trying to overdo us in a transfer fee where Forest aren't done budging it. So that we're not panicking. That is the main thing, that the club's not panicking and that we aren't trying to force the deal. We are trying to buy time and get this deal right. So it will be. I think it is good that what we are doing, we're not panicking. So really, really tough back. Patrick saying that any sign on Johnson going to stay. Nothing about Johnson, to be fair. I know he's struggling with his ankle and that, but nothing, no signs to say that he is wanting to leave. Obviously, there are still then reports that other clubs are looking at him, like Villa and that, but nothing concrete to say that he is going to go, which it is. It is always a good sign, to be honest, yeah. So, but yeah, I think now we've got Elando in, we have got Gibbs right back now, training, and we've got Brennan. I think it will be good. Michael saying about time to panic, we have got not. I don't believe in that, to be fair, Michael. I think didn't know to really panic about personally. I think Forest will have a plan A, plan B, plan C without a shadow of doubt, and I think we won't overspend on a goalkeeper, which is the main thing, because I think that what we have done last couple of years, that we have over panic and paid big massive money, and I think especially with Endo being injured and that we don't want to pay too much on a goalkeeper, and I think the club being sensible, personally, and I think hopefully that we do get a goalkeeper in, and I think hopefully that we do get a goal as good as a goalkeeper what we got in Hendo and Sambo over the last couple of years. To be fair, there's one more there. Keith is saying about Johnson won't go anywhere. I completely agree. Personally, I don't know if any of you guys heard me on my news daily shows, but I've said about keeping we're getting a left back in. Now we have got Anya in centre half, especially with Ori can play right side and centre half. I think a loan deal for a centre half I'd be happy with personally. A centre midfielder, especially if Shelby through the go, I think a top notch midfielder who can play in that holding role, can play a bit further. I think I'd be happy with that. And I think another striker, and I'd be happy with. Tell us what you're thinking, guys, about that. What positions would you strengthen? Jordan said, not sure if there any news about Dennis Dan. Have you heard anything? Bar that is available to go and that, I don't think didn't know nothing to say the least that nothing been said about it, to be fair, since Leeds are interested. The club are trying to let him go. I know there's been some talk about Dennis saying that he did look interested against Notts County, that he's just happy to get started and playing. So, but I think the better we get him gone quicker, the better. But I think because obviously he will be on bid wages and that a lot of clubs will know about him. They probably won't pay it, bar probably European clubs or Saudi Arabia who will put the money in the pocket. So, Michael saying a key piece of position that need to be filled. Perhaps one. No, I'm not saying that it is the most important position that needs to be filled on the field. It ain't necessarily that. I think we need to buy the right type of player to fill it in, because it is such an important position to fill. So that's what I'm trying to say more than anything, Michael. That we need to buy the right type of player, right type of goalkeeper to fill it. Keep comments coming in, guys. But I think going back to the Dennis conversation, I think the club are actively trying to get him gone, but I think getting the right sort of player to let him go, or what right sort of player, right sort of club to let him go, will be the biggest issue. Patrick said Hendo can just come back and fit him. He knows the place. Yeah, definitely. I think Hendo can come back and fit in, and I think that I just think the club are a bit don't want to pay over too much on the player's value in that, and especially with him just coming back from injury. That's what I personally do think. To be fair, Pat Keith saying Sam Surridge left today. I'm a bit disappointed still about Sam Surridge leaving, but given that he not got a lot of chances last season, bad to pick, especially in the Premier League, I think I see why I wanted to move on. For Forest to get a really good deal out of Sam Surridge, they're coming up to 5 million. I think it is a good bit of business. It's just a shame that he couldn't prove himself in the Premier League, or had the game time to actually prove what he could do. So, but good, best of luck to Sammy Surridge out in USA, and hopefully that he can get that game time and prove that the sort of goal scorer that he is. So, personally, so I think it will be interesting to say least what could happen from that. So, keep comments coming in as per usual, guys. Gone probably down to around for another 5 minutes or so. So, but I mean, the comments that have been coming in has been really, really good. Obviously, I want to touch up on about the Trevor Francis and Bartman for passing away yesterday. So sad to see that they both passed away. I know they're both legends of the club in their own way, and that it's just a shame that they both passed away like they did. So, I mean, it was nice to see the players that are at the club showing their video by doing a minute silence around the training pitch, and it's just good to see that they're respecting our history and that. So, I mean, such a shame, but I mean, but fair play on them. So, but yeah, keep your comments coming in as per usual, guys. Obviously, not a lot going on in terms of transfers, but I mean, there's, but not a lot concrete. Patrick said, how do you feel about the 259 million player? I think the prices on money is getting really, really ridiculous now. Like 259 million, like yeah, fair enough, that probably like pocket money to the side of clubs, but I mean, when you look at it, PSG just going to pass through the FFP loophole now because they're just going to get all that money. So I don't agree with it, but every player have a price. But it, football needs to be in a price cap on players because it's just going to get to a stage where money just going to ruin it. Personally, um, so Michaela saying, "You think Stark will get much game time this season?" I fully fit Scarpa, and I think hopefully that he will be settled into the club and the country. I think he could potentially get quite a bit of game time. I think obviously with how we are playing, especially with this 3-4-2-1, I think it will fit into that quite well. It depending on how you play it, because especially Lango, this White, Brennan, Danilo, Yates, they all can play there. I feel like that Starpod just got to fight his way into it, and I think given the game time and if he starts and prove himself, I think Cooper will keep him in the squad because we all know Starpod can play football. He got that intelligence about him. But personally, I think the odd game, I think he will get the game time and probably the cup games. But I think he might, depending on the team, I think the team's finest, I think he will get game time, but against really good teams, I don't think he will, personally. Tell us what you think on that one. Yeah, they can take who they want, I do completely agree. You feel money, I reckon football, yeah, I completely agree. Keep saying Lazio stop. Yeah, I think I like to see Scarpa get more game time. I'm not going to deny that. I think everyone would like to see him get more game time. But when you look at the players that play in this position, and that I think it'd be difficult for them to get into the number 10 role, whereas the 6 and 4, it could get into the number 6, personally. But then it just means that bit more defensive for it. Or if you do play in false 9, it could get in there, but it just depending on how we do set up, could it fit for start Scarpa in it? So that's me personally. But we just got to play to Scarpa's strength, to be fair, and it's one of them ones personally. So, but I think it will be interesting, to say the least, how that will plan out for next season, especially with how we just play. So, keep comments coming in as per usual. Last couple of minutes as per usual. But I think how good it will be next season. I think it will be a massive push on from last season just gone. Just because I think with the core group of players we do have, I think we will show. And a lot of the players they will have, yeah, a lot of them are too young. A lot of them will push on now with it. So, but it's all positive and all that as per usual, guys. So, tell us what you think in the chat as per usual. Drop your comments in. I'd like to say thank you and goodbye.